My name is Tadanaka Osada. I'm a junior in high school.
Tadanaka, I made you some bento today.
The girl that came over to my desk with a bento in her hand was Inu. She's a childhood friend from all the way back in kindergarten. Huh? For me?
Yes.
It's rare of you to make your own bento, let alone make some for me too.
Well, it's rare because I've never done it before. This is literally my first time, so I was hoping that someone would try it for me and tell me what they think about it.
I see. And I'm the person that you wanted to test with to see how it tastes?
Yeah, something like that. I really hope that you like it.
If you say that you don't like it, so help me God, Tadanaka!
This woman who looks a lot like Ino is Noumi Ino. She's Ino's older twin sister.
She's been working on this thing for an entire week. Trial and error the whole time. On top of that, she spent over half a day to cook it all, so it's the world's greatest bento. There is no bento in the world that is as passionate and incredible as this bento. I guarantee you that it tastes amazing.
If it's not good, please just tell me what you think I can do better, okay?
You really think I can do that after hearing all of that? No thanks. Oh.
How is it? It's delicious, right?
You're not her, so you aren't allowed to ask. But I gotta say, it actually is pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
That's right, boy, it is delicious.
You're literally not her. Don't act so proud of her achievement.
You made this incredible bento, so I'm sure that Ino's boyfriend would be so lucky to be able to eat Ino's homemade cooking every day, huh?
Tadanaka, you'd prefer a girl that can cook over a girl that can't, right?
I mean, yeah. I see. This bento was made so that she could say that to me.
Oh, but if you want, I can cook this for you even if we're not married or anything. Every day, I can cook this for you.
Ino, you are henceforth not allowed to cook for anyone other than who you're going to marry, ever.
What?
Wait a second. You can call it a hunch, but did you actually help Ino with her cooking for the whole week too, Noumi?
Of course I did. It's my cute younger sister making her first ever bento. I'm not going to let her fail at it.
You're as overprotective as ever, aren't you?
Yes, I'm overprotective. What's your point?
Yeah, she is overprotective.
You aren't allowed to just be okay with it.
It's fine, come on! She's literally the only other spitting image of me in this world. It's incredibly normal and natural for me to want to protect her.
She wouldn't even let me shower alone up until recently.
Why?
What, are you going to take responsibility if she drowns?
I think that she's gonna drown in your love, to be honest with you. This is way too deep. Her love, that is.
I think that it would be okay for you to just leave me alone a little more.
How dare you say such a thing? You're still so young! I can't just leave you alone to face the world's dangers all by yourself!
Does she forget that you are the same age as her from time to time, or is that just me?
It's not from time to time. She's been like this from the moment that the two of us were born, I think.
True. That's right. Noumi's overprotective behavior didn't start recently. It's been an ongoing behavior. She's been acting like this from the first time we ever met.
I'm scared. I can't do it, sis.
It's fine, Ino-chan. I'm going to protect you no matter how much it costs, even if I have to sacrifice my...
Sis!
All right, you're out, Noumi-chan. You have to move out of bounds now.
Not yet.
I'm going to continue protecting Ino-chan no matter how injured I am. No matter how beaten down I am.
Sis!
No. First, you need to just follow the rules.
Ino was kind of an introvert who kept to herself, a crybaby, not very athletic, and also not that good with her studies, come to think of it. And Noumi, who was the complete polar opposite, being positive, strong, incredibly athletic, and also very smart, used all her skills to protect her younger sister.
Rules are my younger sister's life! Which are you suggesting is more important? Rules, I would say.
Wow, that was fast.
How dare you? You cold-hearted man. Just so you know, as long as I'm around, you will never lay a single finger on my younger sister ever! I'm not going to because we're literally playing dodgeball.
But she wasn't this extreme level of overprotective from the get-go either, not to this extent. I think the extreme overprotectiveness began when their mother passed away.
Don't cry. I said don't cry. Don't cry, okay? We've already cried more than enough for everyone else.
The day of the funeral, we were all still in elementary school and didn't really understand what it meant to lose a relative, but I could tell that they had just lost a huge part of their life. If my own mother, father, or someone else that's very close to me just disappeared, then I can't fathom the kind of fear and worry that I would experience. That's why when I saw Ino crying, I felt really bad for her, and I wanted to help if there was anything that I could possibly do to help her out. And more than anything...
But...
I'm here for you. Even if Mom isn't around, you've got me,
So we're both going to be perfectly fine. Sis...
Noumi must be just as sad as Ino. She must want to cry just as much as Ino. But she pushed that away and tried to protect her twin. I wanted to look after that sister. I still remember thinking that when I saw them there.
Sorry for calling you up out of the blue like this.
Do you actually feel guilty for calling me up out of the blue?
No, not at all.
You little freaking... One weekend, I was asked by Noumi to come see her. I met her in front of the station where we started to walk around. So? What kind of Ino-related news do you bring, calling me out on a weekend like this?
How do you know this has to do with Ino?
What else would it be? You literally live and breathe for that woman. That's your one motivation.
So you do understand me.
Don't look so proud of yourself over that. You should live a little more for yourself.
I wanted to buy a present for her, It's going to be her birthday real soon, remember?
Yeah, but did you really call me out here just to go pick out a present for her?
Yes, of course I did. It's my lovely younger sister Ino's birthday. I'm not going to let her birthday surprise fail.
Let her surprise fail? Hey, you're not planning on telling me what present I should or shouldn't buy or anything like that, are you?
Oh, don't worry. I have no intention of doing that.
Ah.
I'm going to choose the perfect present out for you before you even fail and buy the wrong thing.
You little freaking... She's not even gonna let me choose my own present for her.
I know everything that Ino-chan likes 100% of the time. There's no way that you would go wrong with what present to get her. You just sit there and spend your money on it. Got it?
Oh, don't be stupid. I'm her childhood friend, too. I have an idea what kind of thing she's interested in, too.
Oh, well then let me quiz you, Mr. Fancy Pants.
The
other night, we ended up having to choose chicken curry or beef curry. What decision did Ino-chan end up making?
Beef curry?
Oh, better luck next time.
The correct answer was, can't we just make it hashed beef with rice?
You are such a little... There's no way you could make it hashed beef with rice. Just because the two kind of look similar doesn't mean that they're interchangeable, child. Oh, yeah.
Huh?
It's been the first time that you and I have ever been out with just the two of us, huh?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Thinking back now, I don't think I've ever been out like this from when we were really young either. Noumi is pretty much always around Ino and never left her side, so it was impossible to be with Noumi without Ino being there as well. I've been out with just Ino all the time, so it's kind of a weird feeling.
Well, yeah, of course. I always pushed Ino-chan onto you and made you two go out from when we were pretty young. What, you got a problem with that, kiddo?
I mean, I don't have a problem with it or anything, but...
It's not like I'm causing you any problems, right? I'm just cheering you on as much as I can and making sure that there are no other possible obstacles that could come in between you two.
It's not a problem, but you are being a little bit too intrusive, I think. That's right. Noumi took every opportunity she had to try to get Ino and I to get together. And boy, is she always scheming. That's all because...
I know that you know that Ino-chan has a huge crush on you.
Yeah. Ino really did like me. I think she's been crushing on me since we were in about the 6th grade or somewhere around there. Which means that the super head-over-heels, overly attached older twin sister Noumi wouldn't just leave that alone. Not supporting her is not an option.
But you two just refuse to actually get together even after all this long, hard work and effort.
It's not exactly the simplest thing to get two people to like each other at the same time and go out.
You two are just huge pansies, that's all. Don't make it sound so difficult. Whatever. I've actually got plans to make this birthday the trigger for Ino-chan to actually put her foot down and tell you how she feels so that you can answer her feelings.
I think that you probably shouldn't be telling me that before the girl in question tells me about how she feels. And even if it was her, I think that you're supposed to keep that a secret until the day of the event. That's literally like the one and only rule when it comes to surprising someone.
I figured that you would need to prepare yourself mentally for what's to come.
What are you talking about, prepare myself? You must be mistaking prepare myself for sealing the deal.
Of course, it's totally up to you what you want to say when she asks you out. Tadanaka, if you don't like Ino-chan, then you should just reject her is all. But I'm sure you like Ino-chan too, right? You're not an idiot.
I mean, yeah, sure, but...
If you make her cry, I swear to God I'm going to.
I know. What shall I ever do? We finally finished shopping for the present.
All right, let's get going home now, huh? We've achieved our goal for the day.
But it's still the middle of the day.
But it's not like you've got anything else you need to do, right?
Well, I'm out with just you, Noumi. Let's at least go grab some lunch before deciding to head out, huh? Who knows when I'll be out with just you like this again.
I mean, yeah, sure. Are you okay with this?
What do you mean?
I mean, are you sure that you should be inviting me out to a nice little restaurant that you would be coming with someone that you're dating?
This is just something that I like to call scoping the place out.
Ah, I see. This is the restaurant that you were planning on coming for her birthday, huh?
That's right. I'm gonna give her present here as well.
I like that plan. It's a good plan. Not bad coming from you, Tadanaka.
10 points.
Whoa!
Out of 100 points.
Dude, how low is my score on a regular basis then? You're being way too strict on your scoring standards. So anyway, here, take this.
Huh?
Take it. It's your birthday present.
It's not bad to be practicing up until the gifting part of the date, but I think that giving her the present at a time like this isn't exactly the right timing.
It's fine. This isn't part of the practice.
Huh?
You two are twins, right? Your birthday's also right around the corner. I'm gonna be with Ino the day of, so I figured that I'd use this as a chance to celebrate your birthday. I bought this when you weren't looking to surprise you.
Tadanaka.
But don't be so excited for what's in the present, huh? Even though we are childhood friends, so I'd like to think I have some idea of what you do and don't like.
Oh. Thanks.
That Monday, it was Ino's birthday. If what Noumi said is true, then I would be asked out by Ino at some point during the day today. I don't know if it was gonna happen at school, during our after-class birthday date, or after the date, right before we were gonna go our separate ways. Whatever the case, I am very nervous about this incoming confession. The fact that I have to just sit and wait around while I know it's coming makes my stomach kinda twist and turn. Wait a second. Speaking of Ino, she's nowhere to be found in class. Normally, she'd have already been here by now, but...
What the hell is going on, Tadanaka?
Huh?
Do not act like you don't know what I'm talking about. What the hell did you do to my lovely Ino-chan?
Wait, hang on. What are you talking about? What did I do?
You should know something is up by the fact that I'm here and she's not. You have to have some kind of idea or inkling as to what I'm asking about.
Yeah, I did think that she was a little late coming to school today, but is she just gonna take off today or something?
Yes.
Well, why is she doing that?
She told me that she didn't want to see you, so she's going to take off. She said she didn't want to see you, so she's going to stay home. What the hell did you do to my little girl, you shithead?
I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't even text Ino yesterday. There's no way that I could have said or done something to her.
Whatever the case is, I'm going to have you come with me to my house right away. Let's go.
What about school?
We're gonna take off today.
Right.
Ino-chan is taking off school because of you. And we're just going to come to school, sit here, learning things while she's back at home miserable? Society may say that's okay, but the viewers, they won't be okay with it.
Who are you talking about, viewers?
So come on, get ready already. If we solve the problem quickly, then we should be able to make it back to school by the start of second period.
Fine. I mean, honestly, I am pretty curious what's gonna make Ino say that she doesn't want to see me anymore. I don't think I did anything to make her dislike me, but...
Alright, I'll go get Ino-chan now, so I want you to sit there on your knees and get ready to beg for mercy as long as it takes.
Wait, hang on. Let me talk to her first, and you just wait a second.
Huh? Why?
Because Ino literally said that she doesn't want to see me, right? Which means that I'm the one she's got a problem with, and I'm the one that needs to settle whatever's going on with her.
Okay, well then I'll leave it up to you to handle it.
Yeah.
Sis, are you home? Did you take off?
No, it's me. Please come out of the room. I would like to talk to you and not this door.
Why did you come over when I literally said I don't want to see you today?
Well, you should know exactly why. It's because I, unlike you, wanted to come see you.
Hino-chan, I need you to tell me exactly what this dummy did to you. I'm going to make sure that this stupid idiot feels the pain for what he's done to you. I want to make sure he understands that I will peel his nails off on the level of sin he has committed.
Stop that. Just imagining it makes me feel pain.
8.
Huh?
You were on a date, Tadanaka. I saw you.
Wait, hang on just a second. What are you talking about, a date?
8 nails.
Stop! This is all a complete misunderstanding. Don't tell me how many nails you're gonna peel off. You're terrifying me.
Who were you on a date with? Tell me exactly who you went on a date with. How dare you act like that when you've got this cute young girl that is interested in you?
Sis. Huh? You were on a date with Sis, Tadanaka.
Huh?
You guys were having a great time together on your date. You didn't even tell me that you were going out.
She's talking about us
us
going out yesterday.
It's very rare for Sis to leave me all alone at home and go out. Let alone, she would never leave the house and go shopping without telling me exactly who she's going with and why. That's why I got curious and followed her. And then, eventually I saw her run into you, Tatanaka.
Of course she's not gonna say anything to Ino. We're going out to choose a birthday present for Ino. Wait, hang on. This is all a misunderstanding. We just went out because we were going out to try to pick a birthday present for you, Ino.
Well, Sis and I have the same birthday. Why did you only go out with her to choose my present? Why didn't you go out with me to choose hers?
It's actually kind of a great point. Noumi invited me out without my knowing to choose Ino's birthday present, so I didn't really think much of it, but normally it would have been perfectly fine for all 3 of us to go out together to choose presents for each of them.
I'm sorry for not telling you about it, but we were really just choosing presents. That's it. There really wasn't anything more or less about it.
I didn't think that was it. At the very least, when I saw your face, Sis, in that restaurant when he gave you your present, there was more there.
You were watching that too?
Yes.
That was just me scoping out the place for us. I was getting ready for your birthday date for today, and...
Well then. If you want to say it's nothing like a real date, then you don't feel anything towards Sis at all, right? No feelings there?
Tatanaka.
Huh? I should just say yes and not care about it and move on so everything is settled. Why am I choking right now? Why can't I say what I need to say?
So yeah, please just leave me alone for a little while longer. Goodbye, you two.
Wait, hey!
It's okay. I won't take off school forever. I'll be in school by tomorrow. But I just want to think about a lot of stuff to organize my thoughts and rethink everything.
So, what are you going to do?
I don't know what you want me to say. I don't think there's any point in us trying to come up with excuses and explanations at this point. Ino doesn't care so much about what our intentions were at the time, but how we were actually behaving while we were out on this pre-date. Even if we actually had no intentions of doing anything other than scoping things out and explaining that to her, she won't be satisfied with that.
We have to do something about this. Ino-chan was supposed to get with you and you two were supposed to go out.
I don't think you need to be so concerned with that part of everything. You should be more concerned with getting along with your sister again.
Of course I'm going to be concerned about that. Ino-chan really likes you, and you just so happen to be one of the very few boys I've accepted as being okay and enough for Ino-chan.
I see. I mean, I am pretty honored by that, but still.
I wonder if there's any way for us to make this whole misunderstanding just go away.
I think it's going to be pretty tough. It's true that you and I get along better with each other than all of the other classmates, too.
Get along well. Oh, I've got it.
Huh?
We need to have an argument, Tadanaka. A fight.
Whoa, hey. That is one of the most brute force tactics that I've ever heard anyone suggest.
After this, we invite out Ino-chan to celebrate her birthday and go out with the three of us. Then we show her how horrible we get along, to the point where we're fighting. And on top of that, if you preach and profess your undying love for Ino-chan right in front of her, then she'll stop misunderstanding and we'll be able to start getting along again.
Huh.
There's no other way to solve this. That's the only way we can do this, Tadanaka.
Show that we don't get along well, huh? I don't know if that's gonna go so well. I don't think it's that simple. An hour later...
If you two are going to go, then you could have just left me at home and gone with the two of you.
Oh, don't be such a lame-o like that.
Yeah, Ino-chan, it's our birthday and you want me to spend the day without you? I can't possibly imagine ever doing that.
The three of us were heading out into town together.
It's totally fine. I'll just sit in a dark room with a cake that has one candle and sing happy birthday to myself while enjoying the day all alone.
No, Ino-chan, you can't be alone.
That's right.
Happy birthday sounds much better when you've got plenty of people who are harmonizing with you.
Wait, what are you talking about?
It's fine. I've already recorded my own part that is harmonizing with myself so I can sing all along with myself.
What are you talking about? Why are the two of you worried about the strangest parts of Happy Birthday?
And besides...
Huh?
Tadanaka and I just get along horribly. We are so bad with each other.
What?
Yeah, totally. The last time we were trying to get along because we were just trying to buy presents for you, Ino, but I could never imagine actually spending a moment's time with Noumi alone. Right.
You guys are not making any sense, and your current behavior is contradicting what you're saying.
I knew trying to act like we didn't get along like that is just gonna make it look like it was on purpose and not authentic.
Tadanaka,
What?
if it comes to it, I want you to punch me in the face with a fist. Don't hold back.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Her solutions to all of these problems are always too freaking brute force. Afterwards, we got to the restaurant that Noumi and I had scoped out the other day since it was coming up on lunchtime. Noumi and I suggested we go to a different restaurant, but Ino said that she wanted to come to this specific restaurant, so we had no choice but to comply.
I see. This restaurant is actually pretty nice.
Right?
Yes, I couldn't tell how nice it was when I was outside under the cold blue sky, all alone watching you two enjoy yourselves inside.
Awkward.
I think it's a pretty horrible restaurant, though. I think that Tadanaka and I just don't have similar taste, you know? We just have different opinions on most things.
Yeah, you say that now, but you seem to be having a pretty good time for someone who didn't think it was a nice restaurant the other day.
It was just an act, you know, a facade. He was coming here to scope out the place for you, so I just did my best to pretend to be you, and so I...
Yeah, you know, we really don't have any similar interests at all, Noumi and I, and that definitely includes food as well. There's no way that I would do that with her because it would just literally be pain. It's like nails on a chalkboard.
I literally saw you eating the exact same thing that she had during lunchtime the other day, so I just have a hard time believing either of you.
I didn't realize that she would have noticed the federation of curry bread that Noumi and I have created. I guess it's a little tough to say we don't have similar interests.
I'm sure you guys are just trying to pretend like you guys don't get along so you can try to fix what you did the other day with just you two, but... I know how well you two get along on a day-to-day basis. I just feel disappointed that you two are doing that. Nothing more.
Ino.
We all made it out here, so why don't we just have some fun and have some good food? I don't think it'll be fun talking bad about each other and eating. It's just going to make good food taste bad.
Right.
She's so calm. She's calm and is completely seeing through our whole act. I mean, I can't say that I'm surprised. Ino and Noumi are twins, and I'm childhood friends with said twins. We've all been together from since we were kids, so I think that it's pretty obvious that she can tell what we're thinking. Huh? Wait a second. Yeah, that makes no sense. She should be able to understand, but why is Ino trying to pretend like she's just making a misunderstanding instead of saying that it's not a misunderstanding?
Alright, we're here, you two.
We finished eating at the restaurant and we headed to a nearby Ferris wheel, per Ino's suggestion. I don't really understand, but apparently she wanted to ride it all of a sudden. I don't really mind that she wanted to do that at all, but... I'm gonna have to pass, actually.
You really don't like heights, do you, Tadanaka?
That's right. I have a very bad phobia of heights. I've been scared of heights from since I can remember, and I don't think it's gonna change anytime soon. I mean, yeah, but you didn't like heights either, did you, Ino?
Who knows? It's so long ago that I was afraid of heights that I don't remember what you're talking about at all.
Is that how phobias work?
Yeah. Alright, well, how about we get on it with just you and I then, sis? Is that alright?
Yeah, of course that's fine!
Okay, you two have fun. She definitely invited us to come here because she knows that I hate heights and it would just be them.
So? You definitely brought me all the way out here and onto this Ferris wheel because you wanted to talk to me where Tadanaka couldn't hear us, right?
Yeah, you're spot on about that.
I'm going to keep repeating myself, but this is a misunderstanding. I have no intention of ever betraying you, Ino.
I know. Huh? I don't think that you tried to betray me at all. I never thought that you tried to betray me.
Then why are you...
Because you were the first. You were before me, sis.
Huh?
You liked Tadanaka long before I ever did, sis. I know that you had feelings for him for a while now.
Oh, you're such a drama queen. It's literally just dodgeball. Relax. What are you talking about? What if the impact from the ball hitting Ino-chan gives Ino-chan a concussion and then she might end up losing her memory too? You never know. Yeah, that's not going to happen. are you so sure about that? Because I'm still here.
Huh?
If you get hit and go out, I'll protect Ino. Then you don't have to worry about it at all. Am I wrong? At first I thought that maybe this boy would protect Ino-chan. Maybe I could trust him. The more time we spent together, the more I was confident that I could trust him, and I thought that I would be fine with this man taking care of and handling my younger sister who couldn't do anything on her own. That's why I kept pushing my sister to go ask him out, and I kept trying to support them to get together with each other. I didn't notice. Well, no, I just tried my best not to notice. Because he was the man that my younger sister was crushing on. To my sister, he was her special person.
I'm gonna be with Ino the day of, so I figured that I would use this as a chance to celebrate your birthday. I bought this when you weren't looking to surprise you.
Because these emotions would just get in the way of my younger sister's joy and happiness.
Sis? They're at the top, sis.
Oh,
You know, we weren't able to come all the way up here and enjoy the view together when we were a little bit younger.
huh?
When Mama just passed away and I was still small, I was terrified and was always just looking down the whole time. I couldn't look up and take a look at the beautiful view outside. But I'm okay now, sis. I'm not scared at all, even this high up. I looked at everything I couldn't do and have gotten strong enough to where I can try to overcome my fears. So you don't have to give him up to me, sis. You don't have to cover and protect me. I can do me all on my own.
10 minutes after waiting at the bottom for the two of them, they finally returned from the Ferris wheel. Were you two okay?
Yes, of course we're okay. What did you expect?
Going somewhere that high up and coming back in one piece unharmed is not a normal event. We're literally animals that were meant to be on the ground.
Tadanaka, I think that you should really get over your fear of heights as well.
If you stop being afraid of heights, then you're completely done being a human being. You're done for.
I didn't realize that I was done for.
Creatures that can't fly being afraid of heights and tall places is just proof of a regular biological response to survive. It's got nothing to do with being a pansy or being terrified, nothing at all. So? Were you two able to talk about whatever you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, great.
But the real talking is going to begin now.
Huh?
You probably heard from Sis, right? The whole plan about how you were supposed to get asked out on our birthday?
I didn't realize that that was still gonna happen after I already found out about the surprise plan.
Yes, so that brings us to the next part.
Huh?
You got this, sis! Go get him!
Huh? Morning, Ino, Noumi.
Good morning, Tadanaka.
Good morning.
What are you acting so shy for, sis? What's bothering you?
That's,
No, not sis. You used to tease and mess with your younger sister this whole time.
Seriously? She was trying to make someone else do it, but she was all over the place when she was trying to ask you out the other day. Take a look.
So, I know it's kind of weird for me to say this now after everything, but, I think I might, I think I might like you, Tadanaka. What? Did you record that? Why do you have that?
Well, I mean, it's a confession scene of my dearly beloved older sister. I have to record it so that I can look back on it for years to come.
You know, Noumi being around made it less obvious, but I forgot that you also had an intense sister complex.
Yes.
Delete it right now! I demand you delete that!